Okay. Yeah. Yesterday, I don't know why Teams was disconnected last 5 minutes, but um, I need to check that. Okay. Yesterday, actually, this is what we are finishing. But before going to discuss any questions on notifications, variables, custom notifications, uh, any questions before we can start? Because this is I made it a slide for you. Yesterday system because system is performance is very slow, so I may not go and show each firefighter log. Sorry, process ID. What is the notification item? At least I have presented one slide that would at least you have an idea that if it is access request, it would be AR. If it is mitigated by whatever the process ID, the corresponding uh, email details has listed here, so that each process ID has a different email notification. So if we want to modify with respect to process ID, you have to select the respective process ID, work item, approved email. So you have to take the complete details. Then you can start working on the process ID specific customization. And mhm. No, 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 few. No, no, yeah, yeah. These are few SAP provided. We can create our own. There is no issue. Definitely, definitely we will create. It should be created in the system for project specific. And whatever the standard, definitely we will modify. See, it's standard notification mostly. It's kind of a generic. So definitely you have to create with more information, customer information. You have to insert a SharePoint link like we discussed yesterday. SharePoint link or any guided step-by-step process guide, or if any questions, at least we should give some point of contact in our email notification. That details definitely we have to incorporate in our email IDs. Sorry, email notifications to understand better the user, and in case of any issues, then immediately they will get reach out to the respective team, whatever the assistance is required. No, no, no. See, during the implementation itself, we will start working on the email templates. See, whatever we are planning, right? How many systems are integrated, and it's a kind of a project plan. We will prepare the list of activities. What are the systems in scope? We start with the questionnaire. How many systems are in scope? And what is the system softwares we are installing. Based on that system sizing and for the complete implementation, there itself we will discuss in the ARM perspective whatever the notifications, like in the ARM, what is our scope. Mitigation access request, anyway it is the scope. Then firefighter log, the risk function and mitigation control maintenance, EVR. Generally these four or five modules generally we would prefer. Generally we don't implement BRM, so then role approval request is not required. SOD review, very few projects they will implement. And mitigation control assignment, generally we won't do. There are some drawbacks in mitigation control assignment that we'll discuss in one of the Msmp scenario. Once we start workflow, then we will activate the mitigation control assignment, then we'll discuss. But to give overview, as soon as mitigation assignment workflow we activated, it will trigger another workflow, but actually it will show the current approval. Suppose instead of I'm doing mitigation assignment, I will trigger the workflow, the request showing it is pending approval with my name, but actually it is trigger another workflow and pending with some other person, if we have activated this one. So instead of this is called Msmp, inside you are calling another workflow, which is a time taking process. That is the reason nowadays it was stopped. So if we want to activate, then the respective workflow notifications we can consider in the project scope. Like this, we will um, create a complete sheet. Based on that, we will prepare the notification templates. And this is one of the mandatory input document during the GRC implementation. Also, yesterday, I think, I don't know if you hear somebody or not, till this is only English language, till English, the language, common language for the complete project. But in the project, there are different regions. Even GRC has facility, we can convert our notification template into multiple languages. But the prerequisite is the system should be installed language. That is the only prerequisite that basis will do through SMLT code. They will install the languages. Like suppose if my project is German and Asian specific, China, Japan, or some other areas, and European regions like German, France, uh, like any other countries. Based on that, we can convert our languages, and by default, Germany is the standard language. Apart from English, it is available. We can also convert our notifications. We got one requirement. Around 18 languages we have converted the notification templates. So how we can do that? We will go to SE63. Actually, I have opened the screenshot, but the system is very slow. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Mitigation control maintenance. Yeah. Submit. Yes. 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 Yeah. Yeah. See, the each process ID they make it as one of the parameter to make active. That is what we discussed in the request types. If we have a plan, then we will activate the request types as well. The respective create update. Yes. Okay. Now we have to go to SE63. Generally, we will go to SE61 for the English language custom notifications, or we can check the standard SAP notifications. The T code is SE61. But whereas if you want to convert your language to, sorry, your email notification template to multiple languages, then we have to go to SE63. So this is the basic SE63 screen. Translation, above objects, long test. Don't worry, I have captured the screenshot. Translation, above object, long test. So once we click, then it's C6F1 help. Here we have to select test, general test. Then we have to select the notification template here, grac. Yeah. So yesterday we have seen work item, I guess, work item. So but the source language is German and English, but make sure that we have to select a source language is English. So English, we will get two English. One is UK or en plus plus raw version, en us. We can select this one. Second one is which language we need to convert. So as of now, the system, there is no other languages were installed apart from German. So we will select the source language is always English with the template. Then the target language is German. Then you can click on edit the transcription. We have opened the translate the script editor. So now the language will be displayed in German. But to understand better for consultants, what we will do, we will take this and we will use Google Translator. We will convert it into English, and whatever the test, we will keep it down. Suppose here the variables were not inserted. This is a work in box template. The variables will not inserted here. But when we are converting a standard any template, if variables are sure that the variable, the space should be, we have to take precaution on space for variables. So let me, I will open in another mail. That is where you will get most issues. I think submit has. Mhm. No, 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 no. It will not change. See, so we will prepare the notification template. Here I am just showing the how it was converted. But we will prepare before, make sure that we will prepare the complete data in our hand. We will just copy and paste it, English and other languages here. This one. Is this answer your question, Pratap, or still you have a doubt? Hello, Pratap. Yeah, yeah, variables, the same English variables only. Variables cannot be converted. Yeah, translated, because the standard variables, mm, it is in English, right? The variables cannot be converted, except but the test would be converted, and make sure that the spaces in between the words, you have to make precaution. If it is combined, then it will be displayed as a variable, even English also. But make sure that that is the only major issues you will face during the language translation. So we don't know much on German or any other languages. That is the reason. Every time what we will do, we will convert this language using Google Translator into English, and we will paste it here, so that we will understand the English language, the variables, how we have fixed. Make sure that we will adjust the variables so that it won't be any issue. See, German, it is very simple, but when we to Chinese or Japanese, So the variables, one letter would be there, you may get some issues. So you will not understand what is the exact test here. So make sure that you have to use Google Translator, and you have to adjust the variables. Sorry, someone saying something. Yes, 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 in the same file. Yep. So first, whatever the preference language, we can make it on the top. Then English should be on the bottom, so that the user, whenever submit the request or approve, users get the both notification, like both test in the email. First their then English. Um, Meaning, see, the user will log into German language to log in into the SAP system. That person will get the this notification. It will converted uh, German and English. But whereas normal, like how we log in English language, we will get only English. But this draft is converted for German, both German and English. Are you getting me, or is still any question? See, okay. There is a difference. When we are login, we are habited English by default, but end users cannot be. They will log in the SAP system into German language. Yeah, they will get the screen. Sorry, they will get the notification for both, how we have converted that complete test, the local language and as well as the English. If you have maintained only local language, that is also fine. But since there are some issues or anything, if end user raise any concern, we are not sure. That is the reason. Additionally, we will maintain English test for, in case of any issues, we have to troubleshoot. So we cannot understand the local language, right? No, all templates. See, just giving one example. Ha, no, the same template. If any other language installed, then we can use. Suppose if it is Japan is there, then we can, the test will be different. We can select Japan. The language we can convert it into Japan, and only one template we will convert it into different languages. Similarly, we have to convert all the 40 template, all 30 or 40 templates. We have to convert with local language. English. Yes, yes, yes. No, no, they will log in. Na. They will log in into SAP system, right? They will log in and they will see the NWBC. Okay. Wait, why you are worrying? We have a German language, right? Let me, I will show, I will, one minute, one minute. I'm, I will, I will, I will check the link. Which one? SSO also, even you have a display screen, right? The system which you have selected, your local language only network you can log in, right? That is what the setup local authentication system would be. No, there should be a particular request would be there, definitely. See, this is NWBC page for German. Okay. Mhm. See, definitely they would, no, no, Shrikant, even SSO, if users will log into separate local language, definitely there would be a separate channel would be there, right? Definitely there would be a separate link or any precaution would be there. See, we are not sure because we are logging uh, normal language, but for Japan, we have worked one of the project. They will log in a different link to the portal portal system. By login itself, they will select the local language. Even we have SSO implemented, and Asia Oceania we have another region. They have a Thai language, Taiwan, I think Thai something language. So they will log in with a different link. They would be a different connecting during the architecture. Yes, yes, definitely they would be using. So this is looks like uh, the complete screen. Mhm. Yes, yes, yeah, okay, yes. Hmm. Yes. Hmm. Which user is logged in? Which user is logged in? See, just now I have opened NWBC page, right? If I am submitting my language as German, then I will get the whatever the converted test. Okay. Then they will get only English. Yes. If we have not converted, they will be able to see only English. As soon as this we have converted, the internally, the once the user is logged in, then it will, they have submitted the request, then the local language it will check. That is internal code. I'm not sure. Internally it will check, and internally it will send the notification with the local language. If we have not converted, everybody will get the only English. But since this is a feature is available in SAP, so we can use, and we can even suggest to customer. But there is only one prerequisite, that is we have to install local language in SMMT. But SMLT, you have to check a local language, the transaction code, or in the GRCs Pro, we can check here. This is the navigation. Yes, 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 exactly. Yes, yes. And for edit, you can update the test as well. I don't know. We'll see if I can show you the templates how it would be looks like. the language templates, but I need to check whether I have the data or not. But we'll see. If possible, I will show the converted templates. But the complete process is like this. You can change, and why I have clicked. So through SA63, you can convert, but the languages should be installed. That is the only precaution in the GRC system. Even that is taken care by basis team. During the implementation, the project team may suggest that the project is exist in different regions. They need templates, email notification templates. If they don't have knowledge, mostly they don't have, some of the customers they don't have knowledge, we can suggest. So this is the process is available, and we can convert our English language to your local language, the templates. With help of Google Translator, we can convert our English language, whatever we have customized, the we can convert into the local language. So any questions? Hello, any question? Only the notifications, so the notification templates and the notification variables. See, in the notification templates, each process has some variables to pass the dynamic values. Like suppose I'm submitting user ID, and if we use notification in the notification templates percentage user ID, then the respective user ID will be displayed in the email notification. These are all dynamic variables. Generally we will use for approval, approve, link, approve or reject. With help of this link, instead of this variable, for this variable, approvers can directly click on the variable in email. They will be able to get working box in the email notification itself. Instead of they will log into NWBC, go to working box. They can use this variable. So like this, yes, we can change. That is a standard test only. We can change the notification. That is what we discussed yesterday. I'm getting okay. Okay, now any other questions? Okay, now we are on our main stage. Fifth one, maintain paths. Okay, so maintain paths. So for each request type or a requirement, we will create a specific path based on our requirement. Suppose example, create, change and delete. Everything will be created in maintain paths. In case we want to show the difference, request for production or non-production, that also we can create path in fifth stage. In case any auto provisioning failure or detour or any specific roles has based on the criticality, sensitivity. Uh, Someone has to go mute. Pratap, can you go please mute? Yeah. Okay. So any specific some roles based on the severity or criticality might be they need a special approval or they need a certificate. We will create on the path, that is fifth stage, maintain paths. So this is what it looks like. So for each path we will define in the fifth stage the default or any escape or a firefighter, no role or demo. This is just example. I've captured this screenshot. So any escape route, any issues, everything based on the initiator, each request path are determined, everything will be done in fifth stage. So in the path, we discussed on the definition, it is a collection of stages. Based on the request path, first we will create stages. How many stages that is required for workflow? Suppose create request. We need manager, role owner, or security, or only manager, role owner. Then we can, in case of any SODs or any condition, then we will route for the SOD approval, or only we don't require any SOD checking. Then we will create only two stages, manager and role owner. So first we will design the complete workflow. That is what we will do next. Based on that, we will create the stage, the approval stage. And the stage sequence number will be automatically 10 numbers it will take by default. This is the standard. If you want, we can give number, but generally a segment is 10 number. Why? Because in case you are creating in between there is additional stage, then at least we will use the different number, in between number. Suppose here 001, 002, 003, I have maintained only first three stages instead of 11 and 21. That is default. 10 numbers it will give the gap. Suppose in between manager and role owner, we need a separate system owner approval. Then we cannot what we call we cannot remove the complete workflow, that we need to check the existing workflows, how many are completed and how many are open requests. So it's a kind of a big work. So instead of that, we will leave the gap and we will maintain at least 10 numbers, that is SAP recommended. If you want, you can give 5 also. So we will continue with that, but the gap would be 10 numbers, that is SAP recommended. That is for future purpose only. So once stages are created, then we have to, in the stage there are different, like owner identification, who should approve this request. We will pass through the values. Here there are some conditions. Approval type is anyone approver or all approvers. So if it is anyone approver means even the stage, like we have discussed um, the agent types, 4 types. One is direct mapped user, PFCG roles, user groups, API. Forget about API as of now, but for PFCG roles and user groups, that is for mass email notification, sorry, mass notification, like more than one. If the approval type is anyone approval, mean even though the notification is sending more than one person, only one person will approve, then this stage will move to, this stage is completed and move to next stage. But whereas approval type, all approvers, there is another option would be available, all should approve, meaning how many approvers identify the PFCG role or user group, all should approve, then only that will move to next stage in the approval time. So based on the requirement, we can keep that condition. And also routing enabled. Routing enabled means suppose there is some SOD violation or any specific condition which is required in the workflow path. Based on that condition, we can bypass the standard path and we can go to separate path. Then we will use routing enabled. In case the escalation type, meaning the approver will not approve on certain time, maybe 3 days or 2 days. In between, we will send reminder. We will configure reminders, that also we will discuss. We will send reminder notifications in between. But we can, after 5 days, still the approver has not approved the request. Then, which is actually not good. Why? Because we are automizing the complete process because of to speed up the complete user administration activities or the complete process. To speed up, we are using GRC. But even though GRC implemented even 5 days, the approver has not approved, which is not good. So we will escalate to the similar type of approver, the same stage like a manager stage. Then again we will keep it another manager. If it is role owner, then we will keep it in another role owner. SOD, then we will keep it backup approver. So we will escalate. So everything we will be configured in stage level. Till now, mhm. Which one? Hmm. Which one? Hmm. No, no, no. I don't want to go with that much deeper right now. First, we'll go with the default. Then later we will go with the stage configuration. Okay. Okay. I think we have seen. Yeah, I have noted down. This starts with either G or Y for identification. We'll see that. Okay. Now we are on maintain path. This is a default path. SAP provided whatever GRS MSMP workflow path that will automatically deliver the GRC default path. So now here the manager already added. Now I want to add another stage. So if you observe, by default it is taking 10 numbers count. If you want to use the same sequence number, we can use it, or we want to change it. And second stage, I'll go with role owner. Come on. So the description needs to be role owner. Here the passing values. See, as soon as we have selected the standard, automatically that will populate. But even though if you're not interested with role owner, then we can select any of the approver which is maintained or the agent which is created in the third stage. Everything will be available here. If you want, you can maintain the approvers. Here the agent type, direct mapped users, yeah, almost all are direct mapped users and GRC API. But there is no user groups, but we'll have a facility to roll our user group. Then approval type. Two type of options is available in the approval type. One is anyone approver. Second one is all approvers. So if it is all approvers, then all the role owners which is mapped for this particular role should approve. Then only it will move to next stage. If it is only one, anyone approver means anyone can approve, then it will automatically go to next stage. The other option we have seen routing enabled. So as soon as the routing enabled, automatically on what rule ID based your routing, what condition it is. By default, SAP has provided four routing conditions. Generally, we will use SOD violation. In case SOD violation, then it has to go to different path. SOD violation. Then from main role owner to it will go to next path. This routing you have to do it at a line item level or stage level. Generally, routing should make it as a stage level, but we can also have a facility to use line item level. So the difference between a line item level and stage level is, suppose if I have submitted, it will check each line of role by role, and whatever the conflict, it will go to routing, SOD violation. Since we will maintain SOD generally either a risk owner or business process, based on the business process or company. So we don't require the line item level, it will go to the respective approver. So which is a kind of a maintenance problem. So generally SAP recommends a stage level. As soon as we'll perform the risk analysis, we'll get the risk, then we can bypass the to SOD owner, either a company level or any business process wise or in any of the role criticality, role severity, or risk criticality, risk severity. So risk level, sorry, we can route for the approval. So generally by default it would be stage level. This is the option. Mhm. Yes, yes, yeah. It will go. That mapping will do in maintain route mapping, but we will enable on which stage we need to enable route mapping. We will take the particular stage on each path so that we will consolidated mapping in the maintained roadmap. So now the next one is, yeah, any questions? Okay. Now escalation time. We have a different options is available. Generally, each has a significance. Generally, if you don't want to escalate, then we will make it as no escalation. I'm not seeing. have to escalate, then we will use no escalation. And user default is nothing, but we have to escalate to specific agent. Then what time? How much is the time? See, this is basically in minutes. If you want to convert in days or anything, then you have to convert in days. Suppose it is 5 days, then you need to multiply into 60. 60 minutes in, you have to convert to 60 into 60, that 3600 in 1 hour. So similarly, you have to convert into number of days. Then that much minutes you have to maintain here, so that it will trigger the request. And whom should it trigger the request? So generally, role owner, then probably we will maintain alternative role owner, that is API rule. Or if you want to specific agent, suppose we have a direct map user, right? Okay, this is a direct map user. So whatever the role which is not approved within the time, then I am escalating to my escalating agent. So whatever the request which is not approved in within the time, it will go to request will go to this particular YGRAC approve. Sorry, YGRAC manager. This person approved your facility, or you can create your own custom notification agent, and you can maintain the backup role owners. So this is a stage first. Oh, you got the pop-up? Okay, we'll reconnect. I will save and we will reconnect. Okay. I don't know why this time we are set and automatically why it is coming, but once that is completed, then probably